Hello YouTube, this is Weston Toys and Collectibles, and today we're going to be looking at Transformers Titans Return Leader Class 6-Shot. So here I have him in his armored car mode. Being in the Titans Return line, the main gimmick was the Headmasters, the Titan Masters. So here's his little Titan Master. Don't remember his name offhand, but just a little Titan Master. They have some ball jointed shoulders. They got a hinge here at the hip, hinge at the knee. Their heads are on a ball joint so they can rotate. This guy's pretty well detailed, I think. Kind of a little basic face, but all the helmet and chest and the arms are well detailed for the most part, for the size. Come down to the legs and you can basically see there's a giant face. The white paint here on this face is pretty thick, so it's kind of scratched off here. That doesn't show in robot mode when he's in the head, cause it's like a helmet. Basically that's him. They have tiny holes on the bottoms of their feet so you can stand them on little pegs all over the place, or in vehicle mode, or in this car mode, he can sit here or on the other side. If you have multiples, you can set them inside next to each other, so you have two Titan Masters just riding along in this car. Set that off to the side. 6-Shot also comes with these two guns. They're basically mirrored to each other. They have these two clips, so they clip together into this. And then it also has the little pegs here in the bottom, so he can sit on the gun. And then you can just mount this like here or wherever. These are 5mm ports, 5mm pegs. So if you can find something, you can stick it in the side of the peg here, into the side of I don't know if he has anything other than, he just has these ports here that you can stick it in there, but anyway, this guy is 6-Shot, so he has multiple modes. In the truck or armored car mode, whatever, he has a few 5mm ports, 4 of them, I think that's it. I think these are 2. Let me check. Yeah, those screw holes are also. Then he also has these tabs here, which these can attach to when they're connected into this slot here, just like so. That's more for another mode. In this mode, they're meant to be pegged in here and here, and then he drives in here. I think this is my favorite of the vehicle modes for this guy. Let's move along to let's go to jet mode. Just going to jet mode, pull the wings out, flip that down, and rotate his arms, and rotate those. Let's rotate his arm, rotate that. Rotate that around like that. Collapse it down. So rotate it, collapse it down. You want to make sure these are pushed up to the sides here, these tracks. Sorry, that first one was off camera. Bring his wings back. This guy is fairly large, being a leader class figure. Fold these paws in, rotate these out and rotate the tips, and those will peg together here in the middle, in the front. And then flip these out like that. And then I've seen they have the head out like this so that he can sit down inside here, just like so. Close that up, and these guns can attach to the tips of the wings. And it also has a landing gear. It's a little bit difficult to get out, but there we go. And there is his jet mode, or space vehicle, spaceship. It's pretty cool. Very reminiscent of the G1 version. From here, let's go to, we're going to go to his wolf mode. So I'm going to fold these back in, fold the head back in. I'm going to separate all this, bring these up. I'm going to pull these out here, at least one of them. And kind of pull the leg out like so. Flip out this little paw. Same on the other side. You'll notice some of this like residue here. That's 'cause I had to use some super glue in the joint in order to make it so it could stand. Otherwise he was like a floppy mess, and you can see it's still a bit droopy, but anyway, flip that back down. Bring these wings up like so. This needs to come around, so that needs to spin like that. Rotate this out, pull it out, flip out these paws. Same with the other leg. Out, rotate that down. Alright. Then, these need to be out like this. These come down like so. There we go. I'm going to pull the guns off the wings here, where they were at. You can just kind of fold the wings back. This isn't the flying wolf mode. Oh, you want to pull the wolf head out from the back, and this will plug into these two ports right here. And then finally you take the headmaster, turn him into his head mode, and stick it in the back of the wolf's head just like so. He's got pretty much all the same articulation as the robot mode will have. The legs move right here at the knee, in and out there, rotate there. Then the arms are, you know, full 360, elbow bend, rotation. Head can move up and down. The mouth does open. And that was shown in his car mode as well. That's like a radar dish. He does have the winged wolf mode, which appeared in the anime. Basically it's just the wolf mode with the legs pulled back, and that's basically it. I'm not sure if this can, no, that can't be turned around like that, but it kind of works if you wanted to do that. But basically that's the winged wolf mode. And then you could also collapse that back into the other mode or whatever, but anyway, to get to his final mode, his final vehicle mode, or alt mode, tank mode, we're going to go ahead and flip that back around like that. These need to be down like so. These flip down around here like that. Rotate this. Flip the paw back down. Same thing on the other side. Flip that around, flip this around. Spin this around. And back here, I'm going to pull these guns out. Push this up like so. It clips into place. 2 notches. And then you just kind of want to undo this assembly here until it gets into that orientation. So you can kind of split that apart now. Bring this up. It clips into place. And then 2 notches on the hip. And basically, that's how those go. Flip these wings back. And then these can just clip onto the sides here and here. And actually I lied, there's still another form. But anyway, that's his tank mode. It has 3 wheels here that it rolls on. But basically that's that. Not much to it. Oh, actually, I need to get back in here, pull the wolf head out because I forgot to pull the headmaster out. He needs to sit inside this little cockpit. Bring his arms up. Just look straight. There we go. And that's how he pilots the tank. And then final alt mode, which is the submarine, I guess they call it, but it's his G1 blaster form. Basically you want to bring the wolf head up and tab it into this slot here, that tab right there actually, like so. This comes back around like so, like it was in jet form. Bring this down like so. Bring this. I'm not sure exactly how that's supposed to be oriented. I think it's just kind of however. The arms are kind of cumbersome in this mode because they're clearly just arms sitting on the side. I guess that's true for all forms of this guy, all of his different alt modes. You want to bring these up here, like so. Kind of like we're going back into car mode, but I'll just let those come off. Clip all that together. And I think that's about it. Bring these out to the sides. And then, not positive, but I think the guns just kind of go on here, like so. And then he just drives inside the same spot as in the vehicle in the car mode. Which, that doesn't work as a submarine, honestly. Because, one, he's completely, you know, completely exposed to the water, and if it's a humanoid character or whatever, or some kind of oxygen-based life form or carbon-based life form, he would not survive very well. So, basically, the fan mode, which is turning this into a gun, flip that out as the trigger, flip it over, bring this up a little bit so you can see it better. and then bring these up and be like the sights, and then I just stow him around away inside his little cockpit here. Just put him somewhere, and there's the blaster mode. Pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Alright, now there's only one mode left to get to, and that is his robot mode. So we're going to go ahead and take the guns off. We're going to take him out of his cockpit here, close that up, and we're going to get down to it. So close this landing gear trigger, and we're going to bring his legs back out. Flip out the toes, rotate. Once again, other side. Bring that down, flip out the toes, flip the gun up. There's his legs done. Come up here, and those are going to be on the side like that. Rotate his arms like so. Flip this up, and it can be like this. Oh, this can be like this. You can have it like this, kind of however you choose. Flip his hand out. You can flip his hand out now, and that comes up around like so. I like to do it like that. That's how I prefer. You can bring his wings straight up, and then bring the wolf head back down, flush to his back. Now with the leader class figures, they usually had like a chamber for the Titan Master to go into. So this is basically the head. And a lot of them, you couldn't transform them with the headmaster still in, but this guy can actually fully function through all modes with his Titan Master inside here, because it doesn't change the shape, it doesn't change anything, so it basically just folds back up in the same way as it would. So anyway, that's him in his robot mode. Very nice. Looks pretty much accurate to the G1 toy. Hasbro went with more of the G1 toy colors, while Takara went with the G1 animation colors. These can fold any way you want them. They kind of pop into one place or another, and then so I usually have them here. But you can also have them like that, or if you so choose, you can stow them away if you prefer this look. Articulation, his head's on a swivel. He has a panel that goes up, or goes down, it doesn't go up. But basically that's straight ahead, and then you can look a little bit down. Arms, 360 universals, up and down here. You can kind of do this if you need it to. Like so. Anyway. Swivel at the bicep. Hinge at the elbow gets less than 90 degrees. These panels move for articulation. Decent ratchets here at the hips. Not ratcheted outward. I would have preferred a ratchet there. Swivel here, all the way around. The knee is also not ratcheted. I would have preferred a ratcheted knee as well. It does clip into place here at 90 degrees. And then he does have ankle rocker, but it literally has 1, 2, 3 settings, so it's not very useful. And then the toes can wiggle. If you need to get him into like an extreme pose, you can also use these as heel spurs, say like like so. You can use guns on his back as heel spurs, so you can kind of get like a running pose out of him. Oh. Just this kind of extra stability there. So, zoom out real quick. Just kind of see how he's posing. This guy is pretty much typical leader size, so he's about the 10-inch height. His guns, you can arm him up like so. And he does have storage for his guns as well. The main storage I've found is you come back here to the back, and there's these little slots here that this tab goes into when the wings are folded down. Well, this tab here fits in there perfectly, so you can use that as storage. Plus it kind of gives him a shoulder gun or whatever, the cannons on the back kind of vibe. And if you want to fold the wings down, you can do that too. Fold the wings down for a bit of a different look. Let me lift the camera up a bit so you can kind of see what it looks like. Sorry, there's a lot of camera motion in this video. He's just a big guy. As you can see, I'm just rotating him and he's like kind of falling back. That's just how weak the knees are. And that's after I put a bunch of super glue in to tighten him up. Basically, I do like this guy a lot. I do wish that the knees had been ratcheted, as well as the outward movement on the hips, though the knees needed it a lot more. If the ankle rocker was more than just these 3 places, that'd be nice too. Otherwise, I think he's pretty good. Like, just kind of standing on the shelf, if you know, you don't mess with him much, you just pose. He does look pretty imposing. I did add these stickers here to his forearms just to kind of break up the white. Plus, that's where he had Decepticon logos in the animation, I believe, and there's also a space kind of molded in for those. Otherwise, I don't think he was worth the $50 or whatever, the $45 that he retailed at. But he is pretty decent for what he is. A very good leader class figure. I think he's the only leader class figure I picked up from the Titans Return line. I know I got the Combiner Wars Megatron, Titans Return 6-shot, and then from Power of the Primes I picked up Rodimus. But as for that, I think that's about it. He's very nice. I do recommend him for just a display, but playing with him, messing around with him, the knees will definitely give out on you. He could even just give out on a display, you know, if you stand him up in a certain way, he could probably just go splat. So even then, it's just kind of, it's an iffy purchase. That is kind of a fixable thing. If you had like some pliers or something and like could heat it up with an air dryer, but a hair dryer, that might help. Or like I use some super glue, maybe some floor polish, but you know, I use some super glue and like he just kind of flops back a bit. So do I recommend him? Yes and no. If that issue had been addressed earlier before production, would have been a lot better. But as he is, with this kind of issue here, the outward hip movement not having ratchets as well, it's kind of a bummer. The ankle rockers, that's just kind of unacceptable. So basically that's it for this guy. If you ever see him for a decent price, like a low price or whatever, you can pick him up. But for the $50 or whatever that he was going for on retail, if you never got him, I would not want to pay that much for this. So basically, it's if it's worth it to you type deal, but there are better options. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and until next time, till all are one.